in order to be able to like go into the future, go into where ChemAxon would really like to deliver solutions, I thought it would be a good idea just to have a brief reflection. Now, this is a lot of marketing. Maybe that's not the most important part, and I know that I will run over a little bit in time, so let's just skip that. When we talk with customers, however, the values which they communicate back to us about why our tools are so loved by our users is that, on one hand, when it comes to chemistry, we're probably the best in the market chemical representation engine. We have exhaustive API support in all of our signature products, which makes it a real boon to use those in order to create solutions for our customers and users. And we've also heard from Norbert, we actually have our own team which facilitates the solution building using our well-established tools. Last but not least, thanks to Chizi, who keeps reminding us that we really need to listen to our customers and we really need to do what they would love to do in order to stay and remain successful in the chemoinformatics market. Now, reflecting back on what Norby has told about, we have long projects in consultancy in order to wire different of our tools together, maybe sometimes wiring them together with third-party vendor software solutions. The real question is that what the market really demands? Probably not. The market demands, if possible, that these workflows which we deliver in software solution are as integrated as possible. There are budget cuts, IT budgets are shrinking, the effort which people can stem from their own internal development gets lower and lower, and they put this burden back to the vendor. On the other hand, they still like to be able to do every single piece of their workflow in the best possible way. And very often that's actually not using tools from one single vendor. It is a mix and match in order to create a best of breed approach in order to do successful science. And then, of course, all of that should be readily available at an affordable cost. Where does ChemAxon stand in this at the moment? Well, looking at, say, 3 main pillars of operational activity, we can see that there are data capture tools. Say we have a compound registration which deals with standardization and creating a unique catalog of chemical compounds. There is the data management part, where you look at structuring this data in order to later on be able to actually interrogate that data. The chemical data management we do in JChem, we do in the cartridges, and when it comes to additional data or biological data, we have Instant JChem at the moment. Analysis and report, the Office tools, Instant JChem, and our web-based front end as a kind of reporting tool, Plexus Connect, and Plexus Analysis for charting and visualizing the data we've collected. As you can see, this is a very heterogeneous landscape, and even with our own tools, while we are able to provide solutions for you, these might not be as well integrated as we would like them to be. So our vision really is to make one step forward and say, we built something which we call Plexus Suite, and that Plexus Suite is something like a scientific workbench with the tools that we slowly establish. Some of them are at the moment more mature than others, but what we also have to take into consideration is the fact that we need to be able to wire these products together to become a truly integrated environment. What we're thinking about Plexus Suite is really that it is a research platform. Many of the tools that are written down here in the kind of data capture user interfaces and the discovery user interfaces deal with the fact that you first need to standardize data and put them into your data stores, and then you need the ability to interrogate and visualize data in order to draw conclusions out of these. We have taken a platform-based approach now where we say that there's an additional layer in between which, for the sake of a better name at the moment, we call synergy. That is, however, not a product in itself. It's rather a platform. That platform should enable us to kind of make the integration of the other capabilities that we offer as seamless as possible. And if that works with ChemAxon internal tools, why not ask the question, could we also provide the same ability towards third-party applications? Now, currently, there are a number of tools which could provide, on ChemAxon side, value to these discovery user interfaces. You have heard about them, or you will hear about ChemLocator in the afternoon. But what about the things that ChemAxon does not provide, but they are a crucial part of your workflow? They are well-established data analysis tools, TIBCO Spotfire. We heard about Spotfire Bridge. There are workflow tools which enable reshaping and processing of data, Pipeline Pilot, KNIME. Can we bring them closer into our solutions? What about modeling? ChemAxon is not active at all in the modeling domain, yet this is a crucial part of the medicinal chemistry and computational chemistry exchange. Would it be possible to add them seamlessly into this research workbench? Last but not least, there is the topic around electronic lab notebook functionality. We've heard a brilliant presentation by Paul this morning. You need a place where you capture the context information about what am I doing, why am I doing it, and what's the outcome of it? How do I move forward with that? Again, the ELN market is a crowded one. Why would ChemAxon want to compete with solutions which are established in the market and loved by the users? Why not take them in and say, here, this is your connecting interface, and we just try to ensure that the communication between that ELN or that inventory or whatever tool you have is seamless within the rest of the ChemAxon environment. That provides a pretty good value proposition. It allows you to be flexible in whatever concepts you use and what kind of workflows you have. It remains a solution which is extensible. Should there be a new tool which you prefer, we can wire it in. And it offers also the kind of answer to the question, can I define best of breed solutions? Yes, you can. And last but not least, all this has different aspects of being delivered to the customer. On one side, as it is an integrated environment, well, you can deploy it on site, but you can also start thinking about deploying this in a cloud-based environment. Make it available as a service via subscription fee. There are a number of kind of benefits associated with that. I don't want to go into details here now. I want to give you a quick rundown now about the tools that we actually currently have in Plexus Suite. There's always this question about Instant JChem, Plexus Suite, Plexus Connect. Maybe we do bad marketing, but there is a difference between Plexus Connect and Plexus Suite. Instant JChem does a lot of these things listed in this table within one application. It's a monster. It can do a lot of things. It's great. It's great to customize as well. But then Plexus Suite is an idea to go further and say, make things easier for individual user groups of that platform. Not everybody needs the whole Swiss Army knife. So there are several sub-tools within this environment which have a very bespoke responsibility. Plexus Connect is there for reporting and visualizing the data. Analysis helps by providing charts, doing analysis, trendline fits, sigmoidal curve fittings. We have Synergy, which takes the role of being able to manage the context, the security, and the user management across all of our other applications. And then we have Compound Registration, which is a well-established enterprise-grade small molecule registration system. And we have another tool which is about to be released, Plexus Assay, which deals with the ability to upload biological data into a research database. I think I can skip this for the sake of time. These are just like brief descriptions about the tools. What's probably more important and relevant for you is, what are we up to now? What's going to happen? As I've mentioned before, Instant JChem, that's the older brother of Plexus Connect, and it does a lot of things. And Connect doesn't do all of the things it would need to be able to do in order to fit into a research workflow, because of its lack of bringing data together from various data sources, do analysis on the fly. The challenges I've just mentioned before, a better integration of the individual tools. Our goal is to provide integrated discovery workflows. And these are the tools that we have identified are pivotal in order to realize that. It's Connect on the reporting side, it's the compound registration, the assay registration. All that together with Synergy in order to provide a seamless environment in order to make it possible to look at biological data in a compound context. Plexus Assay is a tool which is coming soon. It allows you to upload data through, say, Excel files, which are a very typical exchange format for biological data. It, to some way, works or operates on templates. You do mappings once, it recognizes the structures inside these Excel files, and whenever it encounters the same structure, you can essentially maintain or it memorizes the field mappings as they are processed forward into the database. You have the ability to define under which conditions, which procedures you're capturing that data. You can define your parameter types, and finally there's a standardization in order to make sure that, say, non-numerical data is entering that database with a particular meaning. Think about greater than, smaller than, below detection limit, these kind of things. And the other thing is Synergy. Really the platform which makes it possible to do all these things within one single environment. We're hoping that we can bring this over to you guys by the end of the year or early next year. And until then, we're very happy to have further discussions around the concepts I have presented today, more as a vision of where ChemAxon really wants to go. With that, I'd like to say thank you once more.